What do you think people misunderstand?
I had a different answer.
That's fine. I'm going to
pushing me out the door saying, you can do it. You can go for it, though.
I am sitting here with Tracey Cerisano, and we were just trying not to laugh. So I have to say it out loud so she can laugh if she wants to. So Tracey has been in the business of real estate for 14 years, and I have had the absolute honor and pleasure of having her on my team for 6 years.
I feel the same.
Yeah, it's been wonderful. And you know what? Tracey is an amazing person who has done numerous things, and she's worn numerous hats on our team as well. Yeah. So she doesn't like to brag about herself, so I'm going to do that on her behalf. So she came in kind of as an assistant to me, and then she became my listing partner because she's pretty awesome at doing that as well. You really are. And through COVID, we were like inseparable.
We should write a book.
Yeah, that was an inseparable time. So it's kind of hard to really say what you call that, but it was like I don't know how we would have managed without each other. She's also an ultimate certified stager, which is a terrific designation and has helped us with many of our homes, getting them ready for sale. Yes, of course, she's a licensed realtor, but on top of all that, there's just been an amazing amount of input from Tracey in every way. She's mentored people on our team. She's taken on a role at one point of our VP of sales because there's really nothing that she cannot do. So I'm just going to ask her a few questions that allow her to talk a little bit about her time with us. Really, so let's see. We've already mentioned you're a seasoned realtor and a certified stager. So now how do those two skill sets, Tracey, work together to create stronger results for our clients and make their homes more beautiful?
Yeah, when I started, like you said, I've been licensed for 14 years. And then 2 years into that, decided to also add more value. And that's when I became a certified stager. So I've been a certified stager now for 12 years. And really saw how that did add value in bringing the two hats to when I approach as sellers. And you and we do this all the time together. And so I think the team has really also seen the value in that. Yeah. So being also a realtor and a certified stager, I get to see the whole picture. And I think when we're in people's homes that the sellers, because particularly it really impacts sellers, that they really feel confident when I'm in their home making suggestions, that they know that I'm not just trying to make the house look pretty and nice, which is a huge benefit. That's the nice part of it. But they know that I'm coming with also the mindset of the market. And the realtor part of me, when I'm in there and when we're sitting across and going through the staging consult, is I'm always thinking about value and time on market and different strategies like that. And then the stager part of me is thinking about the buyer and how a buyer feels in the home. And ultimately, the sellers, when we've tied that together and as the team, because I am both the realtor stager and I belong to the team, the process from start to finish goes a whole lot easier. And I find because there's one plan that I'm coming in with giving them suggestions on how to sell it and how to make it look beautiful, that in the end, it ends up getting their home sold. And the trust naturally flows. And I think it's really impactful. And
I think the staging actually helps to make the value just a little bit more.
Oh, yes.
And brings more eyes to that. So I would have to agree with that. Let's see. So when you walk into a home for the first time, what are the first 3 things you immediately assess as a listing expert?
Well, to keep it to 3 would be tricky, but because we don't have a whole lot of time. But there is a lot because I'm visual. And I would say the 3 main things that are really impactful is the first 10 seconds. And you and I know when we go just to do home evaluations, it's as we're walking up to the door, we're assessing the space. And then when we walk into the door, it's that first impression. It's the same when you're meeting somebody, right? It's that first impression really matters. And I think sellers overlook the impact of that first 10 seconds. Because when a buyer walks into the door, they either have the reaction of, wow, this is beautiful, or they're like, no, this is not for me. So the first 10 seconds, I think, really make a difference. And the second would be, I would say, the layout and the flow of the home. There's a lot of spaces now because of what a buyer needs that they can be multi-purpose. We can have a bedroom, an office, or a hobby room. So creating a space that feels bigger or knowing what the buyers want in today's market really makes a difference. So the overall flow and layout of a space is important. And third, I would say, are the silent objections that people overlook, and it's the cleanliness of the home, particularly in bathrooms and kitchens. I always say that when we approach your bathroom, yes, it's an important room in the home, but we want to pretend nobody uses it. So, and one of them I actually draw people's attention to that they overlook is the bathroom fan. And it's the little details that actually make a difference. So, and when I'm in a home with buyers too, and I look up, and we all do, and the bathroom fan is completely clogged, it gives an overall feeling that the home is not tidy. So cleanliness, look at your baseboards. Do they need to be repainted and touched up? And so odors.
I was going to say, how about clutter?
Clutter, like all those things that sellers seem to just not see because they live there day to day, and those things really make a big difference. Yeah.
And you have the eye for it too.
Yeah,
for sure. Wow, you've built a reputation, and you really have, for trust and integrity. When we go into any home, whether I'm there or not, people immediately know that they can trust what you have to say. It just comes right off of you. So what do you think creates the kind of confidence between you, the realtor, and the client?
I think what builds trust and relationships is doing what you say you're going to do. And also take it a little step further is being willing to say things that others won't. And being your listening partner and sitting beside you in a lot of these evaluations. That is, I think, one thing that I think sellers gravitate is we're very honest. And we're going to give them suggestions and recommendations that they may not want to hear, but the truth is what they need to hear. And when they know that we actually have their interest at the highest level, then they trust us, and that naturally comes. And I think that so the client ultimately knows when we're being honest with them that regardless of it being a conversation they want to hear or not, especially then, is empowering them. And when we're talking to sellers and buyers, I like to approach things in really a more education way, is the why. And when they understand the why, they don't feel pressured, and then they make informed decisions. And I'm there to support them. Ultimately, it's not our decision.
No.
But we're dealing with the biggest financial investments for most people. And I think it's, we need to be honest.
Yes.
And they trust us in the end.
They do. And that's really important, for sure. So I got a wild card question for you, not on the paper.
Okay.
So you don't know this about Tracey, but not only is she a mother of 4 children, she's very happily married, and she's very involved in her church community. But I will say this about Tracey, how she manages to balance all this, and yet I've never heard her say, I don't have time to do this, or I'm sorry, I'm busy right now. Could you give that to somebody else? She manages to do it, and I want to know how you do that, and I'd like you to just speak to that, please.
A lot of supplements and an enormous amount of chocolate. We all know. No. Well, one and foremost, I have an incredible support system. I really do. And I'm lucky to have that. So I have children and a husband that when days where the juggle feels real, they are supporting me and pushing me out the door, saying, "You can do it. You go for it. Go for it." So that is ultimately my biggest reason why I'm able to juggle as much as I do. But really, I love it.
I was hoping you might say that. That's great.
I love real estate, and sometimes the days where it's like 12-hour, 13+ hour days, and it doesn't feel like it when you love it.
Yeah.
And it's I really love people, and I love all kinds of people. And we meet all kinds of people in this career, and I like them all.
Yeah.
I like to know there's reasons why they do things that they do, and I love helping people, and this career really does it. And there's at times where, because we've worked with each other for a while now, and I'm like, if Lynn can do it, I can do it. So, but really, when you love what you do, you love the people around you, and we have an amazing team, and we love to have fun, and we really also support and cheer each other on. It just makes it easier to do.
Yeah, it does.
And enjoyable.
Yeah. Thank you, Tracey.
Thanks.
I'm so happy to have you on my team. Thanks so much.